Well, good morning and welcome to Morning Gospel Fuel with Mr. G. Just gonna be honest, guys. You know where you have some of those days where you just kind of grind it out. You just don't really. It's taking a toll, and you're just ready to take a nap. Today's one of those days where you just, for me at least personally, where you just got to be like, you know what, Lord, this is all I got, and you just got to grind it out. That's today for some reason. Um, but I don't have children, but I know those that do. I'm sure there's days you don't feel like parenting, especially through those crazy toddler times. So anyway, let's get to the gospel. No, let's get to the saint of the day. It is Tuesday, November 24th, the feast day of Saint Andrew Dung-Lac. He was a Vietnamese Roman Catholic priest who was martyred in 1839, and he represents the all the Vietnamese martyrs primarily through the 17th, 18th, and 19th centuries um, of dying for their Catholic faith. And there's 117 of them. So, and he is the patron saint of the Orange Diocese in California. So I never knew that until today. Anyways, today's gospel is from Luke chapter 21, verses 5 through 11. Let's begin. In the name of the Father, Son, and Spirit, amen. While some people were speaking about how the temple was adorned with costly stones and votive offerings, he said, "All that you see here, the days will come when there will not be left a stone upon another stone that will not be thrown down." Then they asked him, "Teacher, when will this happen? And what sign will there be when all these things are about to happen?" He answered, "See that you do not be deceived, for many will come in my name, saying, 'I am he,' and 'the time has come.' Do not follow them. When you hear of wars and insurrections, do not be terrified, for some things must happen first, but it will not immediately be the end." Then he said to them, "Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be powerful earthquakes, famines, and plagues from place to place, and awesome sights and mighty signs will come from the sky." Okay, so we've got some conflicting news here. Not conflicting, but we've got some the good with the bad, I guess. Um, where we got Jesus is talking about the destruction of the temple foretold, but then also the signs of the end time. So it's kind of apocalyptic, where the great parousia is taking place with the second coming, kind of a foreshadowing of the book of Revelations, if you read the book of Revelations. But um, Jesus is talking, he's warning us, and kind of just letting us know, which we all know, there's going to be an apocalypse, there's the end times. People have been trying to predict the end times for centuries. And in fact, a lot of faiths, Christian faiths even, um, which seems odd to me, who have tried to predict the end times whenever it says plain as day um, that you cannot predict the end times. But he does give us a taste of what is going to happen. Um, because Jesus tells us not to be conceived by all those who are trying to, um, you know, people saying that, "See that you will not be deceived, for many will come in my name, saying, 'I am he,' and the time has come." So there's going to be many false prophets, which we've heard a lot of false prophets, false religions, um, false doctrine, false whatever, who are trying to make God their own human God, which is impossible. Um, that's really part of the Protestant Reformation of trying to make our own God. But the Catholic Church is not perfect either. As we know it, um, there's been conflict within the church itself. So that's just part of our human nature. But it's not like Jesus didn't tell us it's going to happen. If you read through this, nation will rise against nation. Just in America, you can see that pretty clearly. Nation within itself, um, but even broader scale. Um, but then he also talks about the earthquakes, the famines, the plagues. There's going to be a whole bunch of stuff and turmoil and a whole bunch of chaos going on before the end times. So it's just going to slowly get worse and worse. So it's not like we shouldn't be surprised by any of this. Um, But then what's he say at the end? He said, but awesome sights and mighty signs will come from the sky. So, you know, we don't know when it's going to be, but if it were to happen, it looks like there's going to be some pretty sweet stuff to see going on out in the sky. So, in the heavens and the earth. So, we should be kind of looking forward to the end times because it means that we're going to meet Jesus closer. We'll be meeting him face to face to have eternal peace, and we won't be in a world that's all messed up like what we can see every day here. Um, so yeah, that's the gospel today, and so the challenge of all this, because it can be kind of somber and it can be kind of heart wrenching and kind of bland and kind of hopeless at times, um, even on the tough days like I'm having now. But everybody's got to have something to hope for, to get us through the rough days, get us through the rough years, to get us through the rough whatever it might be. Everybody's got to have something to hope for. That reminds me of a segment of a motivational talk that I heard from Lou Holtz once recently. So everybody's got to have something to hope for. So the question is, and that hope needs to be something of value and substance and meaning. Um, so the question today is, what brings you hope, and how do you retrieve it? How do you keep it at the forefront of your mind, even on those rough days? So have a great day. God bless. Keep it real. In the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen.